Hey. I was hoping for an animated short, but a Legend of Zelda text cutscene works too. I was just curious what it was. It said the entire history of DMC. They officially released some King Gizzard stuff? Or is that like a leak? No, that's official. That's like 20 minutes ago. Damn. I don't care about this. Just waiting for the stream to start. Hold on.
Need money? I love you, bitch.
Drink water, bitch. Thanks. It's King Gizzard, so it's gonna be like 8 minutes long. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Interesting. I saw that there were some leaks of sorts of King Gizzard music. Well, I didn't listen to too much, just because I don't want to be that guy. I'm getting sort of a folky vibe. I don't want to sit here and listen to the whole thing. Hey, leave it to King Gizzard to somehow get weirder than King Gizzard. You know, that's about the extent of what I have to say about that. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Hold on, I need to check something. Okay. Minions stew. Oh shit, it's the minion colors, isn't it? It's not that warm here. It's fine. Yeah, I use the AT20. 2020. Anyways, enough of that. I'm on Mission 8 of Devil May Cry 5. So like 2/3 into the game. And I want to play more of it. So I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Baja, by the way. Yeah, there was a... I can't make that joke. That'd be a spoiler. Yeah, it was daylight savings time. Don't watch me on YouTube. I'm not allowed to stream there. I'm actually not. I'm not allowed to. I'm not a big fan of Joji's music. I like him as a person, but it's not my vibe, to put it lightly. I know nothing about DMC. Should I watch this? Dude, I know most of DMC and I don't know what's happening. You'll be fine. I mean, I guess it's your call, though. Yeah. I'm gonna turn it down.
Perfect timing. Now we're starting.
Twitch updated their agreement, so you can't multi-stream at the same time. You can only stream on one or the other.
Get in the car.
Which is dumb. If only because people only multi-stream so that YouTube subscribers see that you go live. No one actually streams there. So it's weird that Twitch is the one enforcing that rule. But that's about it.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
Probably a FUNKe video this week. I'm trying to get like a backlog of stuff because I'm out of town for PAX East at the end of the month. So I won't be able to do stuff. But like, next week or two there should be stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna buy in bulk. I used up like everything last few fights. You can multi-stream on Justin.tv. That's funny. That was a funny joke. I've been waiting too long to buy Air Hike. I'm doing it now. Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I can afford one blue orb.
Need money?
Perfect. Thanks, Starchy.
Sleeping face.
Wow, that's kind of mean. Thanks, Darth Bagel. Demon King. Oh, so it's gonna have a crossover with Dragon Ball. Cool. Yeah, I know, Bo.
Well,
Would you say TF2 is going strong? I heard that they banned like 20k more bots from TF2 and it dropped down to 40k players. Again.
time for some payback.
Yikes is all I can say about
All right.
TF2
Just
these
you wait,
days.
you big
And let's
bastard.
leave it at that.
Drag you all the way down here.
Should buy Justin.tv. I always thought that if I had ever rebranded differently, I would have just made my Twitch Justin TV, but with a Y. And I would have been the most clever motherfucker on earth. But I think it's already taken, so not an option. As if there's another person with that name on the fucking earth. You still enjoy TF2? You want me to be honest? I uninstalled it at the beginning of the year. It's not that I don't follow it. My favorite game of all time, but I'm waiting for something interesting to happen. And it doesn't look likely. It's like, what am I missing out on? You know? Also, hey. Humans have such black and white perspectives on everything. Oh, so you're done with it forever. Why can't I just be not booting it up today? There's no gray area for you people.
September 27th, the same day my older brother was born.
Thanks.
Just an interesting 27 fact.
Another interesting 27 fact. The 27 Club. It's not really interesting though, that's more depressing than it is interesting. I've seen Fully Cooley. Interestingly, I learned about the Pillows, the band that does the soundtrack for Fully Cooley, and that led me to Fully Cooley. Usually it's the opposite. Just overlapped with what my discography, I guess. No, 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 no.
How many times you're rolled in the Soulsborne series compared to how many times you've been hit divided by the numerical damage you dealt.
Yeah, 3. Thanks, Verixius. I love... You know what this reminds me of? I've told this story before, but when I was like 8 or 9, there were older kids in my neighborhood, and they would make crawdads fight salamanders. In the crawdads would like snap them in half, and it was really fucked up all around. Thinking back to the memory of that, like, it was just one day where I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh my god, that was so fucked up. But when you're like 9, you don't think about it. The crawdads won, by the way. They fucking steamrolled the salamanders. This was Georgia. This wasn't Florida. I grew up in Georgia. I moved to Florida during high school. Yeah, people are fucked up. I mean, there's a bunch of troublemaking kids that live nearby, you know. Kids do awful shit sometimes. I think like one of the kids kept a binder of all of the... See, I could go on with these stories, but they're honestly just sad. Like, sometimes they would make the crawdads fight each other, and then they would keep like a I don't know, like a piece of paper writing down the win streaks of certain crawdads. There's one named Purpleback that took down 20 in a row. You know why he was called Purpleback? Because they put him in a microwave and his back turned purple. Kids are fucking crazy, dude. They're insane. I never took part, by the way. They literally were next door. They would go in the backyard, leave the door open, and the kids would crowd around where it was happening. And I was like 3 feet away, so I'd go over and look.
Where does this go?
Like twice. I was done after that. I guess shy innocent? I don't know. I think I threw a rock at a car once. I wouldn't call myself completely innocent. But I wouldn't exactly call myself a crawdad cockfighter.
Blood all over me. Better be showered here.
Oh look, I'm playing as Dante. Oh no, I'm just covered in demon blood. A common misconception. What was a good first stream game? Oh, that's like a weird question, because what if the first game... Are you asking, like, what's a good game to stream? I don't know. I could say, like, the first game I, like, had really good memories of streaming was, like, Hat in Time, but that was more so just because I really wanted to play that game. A good first stream game is just a game that you enjoy playing, something that can keep you invested. Something you can talk about a lot, or at least enjoy yourself. Early Minecraft was a riot too. I still like it now, but it's you know, after so many streams of it, it's obviously going to be different. Minecraft is epic. I think that you have a strong argument there. I'm wearing this indoors because I'm waiting to get a haircut and it keeps falling in front of my face and I don't want to sit here moving it all stream. You want to know what made me decide I'm getting a haircut? So I've been like trying to use a comb more recently, and last night I was just fucking around with the comb because I never comb my hair, right? So I like put it in and just as a joke I spun it once. It got stuck in there for 20 minutes. Spent 20 minutes trying to get the comb out of my hair, gave up, and cut it. You couldn't tell, like, my hair is so long at this point, you wouldn't even know I had to fucking cut the comb off. But that shows how bad I am with using a comb, how long my hair is to the point a comb can get permanently stuck in it, and how stupid I am that I can get a comb stuck in my hair. I learned 3 things about myself I didn't want to learn yesterday. And so, in conclusion, I'm getting my hair cut. We'll see how short. Might just trim it. Done the same? It happens. I've never had long hair before. I didn't read the fucking rule book that says don't turn the comb once. I just made it worse after that, too. I'm like, maybe if I turn it vertical, it'll, like, snap out of place. It just got worse. I think my finger got stuck in there for a minute. Like the one upside is that my roommate was asleep, so he didn't see me walk, like, my walk of shame downstairs to get the scissors. That's the one upside. Alright. Can't talk about my hair, I gotta beat the parasite.
Need money?
My hair is a jungle.
There we go. I botched enough and I got no message. But it's just...
Botched.
And got a paid sub instead of a Twitch Prime sub.
Interesting use of terminology, botched, for that. Thank you, though. I mean, for me, it's kind of the same thing, whether it's a Prime sub or an actual paid one. But I appreciate it. Got him. That's how you do it. Please seek help. We're getting to that point. Baltroid's in college. He's usually too busy to be playing games. Also, it's out of state, so no computer. Oh, gross. Yeah, Purpleback's dead now. He didn't make it. You guys want to hear a voicemail that I saw that I got the other day? It was interesting. Hold on. I will say that this made me fear for my life and leave it at that. No.
Hello, fellow citizens. I am an ambassador who's colluding. Fill my heart with American voters, where you can vote for all the best games. Let me explain, comrade. War of Awards is a showdown between...
It's a large Russian man talking to me very threateningly. Hello, comrade. We have your wife and children. It was an advertisement. It was an advertisement for like a gaming voting site for like the Game Awards or something. And apparently their marketing strategy is calling your phone and leaving a voicemail. I was listening to it just like making a sandwich, and my first thought is like someone is going to say that they have like a rifle on me from outside the window. Who advertises with a threatening Russian voice over the phone? That was my day. I closed all my blinds and waited 30 minutes to see what happened. I would have taken the offer. It was from like months ago. But I never checked my voicemail, so I just saw it today. Let your subs and patrons decide your next haircut. Yeah, I can't wait to go bald. I was thinking I would just go there. What I've always wanted to do is go to a salon and just tell them, do what you want. Just, like, get the newest employee fresh out of hair school and just say, go wild. You know, give them a birthday gift. Patrons Omega Low. Hair school. The School of Hair. Should make a movie on that. I can't have my subs decide because they're gonna make me like dye it Toon Link blonde or some shit. And I'm not looking for that kind of commitment. Prepare to have a mullet with a pink and blue ombre. Because that's what's gonna happen. See, I didn't even agree to it, and the subs are already coming up with the worst ideas. Don't... Even if I did that, you know what would just end up happening? I would just start wearing this hat permanently. Jimmy Neutron was a domestic terrorist, but y'all not ready to have that conversation. No, we had a discussion on that. That was last stream. Were you not here for that? Just get a bald spot, shave it into the top of your head. Go for like the monk look. Like those RuneScape monks that just have a... like the long mullet with a bald head. You could probably pull it off. Alright, there's nothing else. Get Jotaro's hair. Just come in with a hat and some super glue. They'll figure out the rest. Oh, I plan on playing Sekiro. I was planning on playing... If I can play that day one, I want to play that. Technically, I still need to beat Bloodborne. But I may just take the dive, finish Sekiro. That way I can go back to Bloodborne afterwards. And sort of compare it more to the Dark Souls experience. I'm going out of town on the 28th for PAX East. And Sekiro comes out on the 22nd. So I definitely want to, like, put my time in while I can. Since I won't be able to on the weekend. I'm gonna arrive on Thursday and leave on Sunday. which is partially my fault because I bought my tickets and all that late. Mostly just because I've been there before. And getting there a day early, I don't do anything. And staying Sunday, I don't do much either. Most of my friends are incidentally on West Coast, so no after parties for me. I might just save my money, honestly. Gonna make a video about it? No. Technically I was supposed to last year because I got the media pass, but I didn't do it. They never followed up. I didn't get banned from PAX or anything. But they did, like, permanently close media badges this year, so I couldn't do it again. I assume because of people like me is why they stopped doing it. They might have been doing it, but it was, like, only early on and I was late. Either way, no, I don't plan on doing a video. Sneaking into PAX. Come to Anime Expo? Where is it? I go to pretty much everything that's local to me in Atlanta. Maybe not local, but like in Atlanta. Anime? Pog. Dude, I've been to like the anime conventions. They're honestly not the worst. Still rather go to a like a Dragon Con or something, though. Nostalgia, but like I said, anything in Atlanta. So like MomoCon, Dragon Con, AwaCon. I don't really go to the smaller ones. I've gone to like cabinet conventions for like old school gaming arcade stuff a few times with friends, but I don't really search out for that kind of stuff. I have Thursday through Saturday. I don't have a Sunday pass. Technically, I could... See, I was late and I had to get a Saturday pass off of, like, eBay. And I could have gotten one for Sunday, but I kind of just figured... I'm not going to be doing anything anyways. Watch them announce some huge shit on Sunday. There's going to be, like, a playable demo of Sword and Shield at PAX on Sunday, an hour after my flight. That's probably what will happen. How bad was the price? Honestly, the price was fine. Dude was selling for like 85 bucks, maybe 90. Which for Saturday passes, there, you know, a lot of people are trying to push like 120 and up. So I mean, it's pretty like snatchable for me. Why would you go to a con by yourself? I go to every con alone. I don't know. I kind of enjoy going alone in some ways. I like meeting up with friends and hanging out for a bit. But whenever I go to a convention with someone, I always feel like, you know, I have to like compromise sometimes. Like when I go to a convention, I'll literally just walk around and look at random shit. And if I'm bored, then I'll keep walking. But when you go with someone, you have to stop if they want to stop. And, you know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, dude. Just not really how I do it. Alright, I gotta use these arms more. I mean, I've only really had one experience of fans at conventions. Like last year at PAX, I was just eating lunch, so I tweeted out, hey, I'm right here if anyone wants to say hi. And a couple people came by. It was cool. I will say, I went to, like, Jerma's meetup, and he has a lot of people when he does that kind of thing. I wasn't planning on talking to him, I was just, like, standing in the corner, and I guess some people there recognized me. So a smaller circle formed by me. And that felt weird. I felt like a dick. But, well, I wouldn't say there were any bad experiences, just, like, interesting. Yeah. Everyone here, you have the chance to be my first bad con experience. Make sure to run up to me at PAX and just throw a pie in my face. Preferably key lime. Nice. Let's team up and kill Funk at PAX. Finally! I've been waiting for this. That's the whole reason I went to PAX last year. Not a single person tried to kill me. Last year when I went to PAX, there were a few times where I got in and I didn't even have to like flash my badge. And I just assumed like... My first thought was like, how far could I get theoretically if I just hid my badge as much as possible? And pretended that I straight up didn't have a badge. But I decided I didn't want to get thrown out of PAX, so I didn't do that. Is this a cry for help? No, it's a cry for assisted suicide. If that counts as help, then yeah, help. Coward. This seems fine. It is dark. Alright. Breaking my arm in the middle of the air and hitting nothing was the idea. You know what I need to do? I need to do the, there it is. The B combo. I know people who snuck into concerts by dressing up as waiters. Try that next time. That's called social engineering, and it's actually a pretty common practice. There are a lot of instances of people... All you have to do is dress up like you belong somewhere, and you can just walk in somewhere. What's the view count restriction on donation media? Is there? I don't think I even have donation media on. I wanted to set it up, but it's a total bitch because you have to like redo how the rest of your donations come. I don't think there's a limit. I don't even think it's on. How would you react if someone wearing a grilled cheese related clothing item came up to you at PAX? I'd probably shoot them. Because they're the problem. YouTube creators tweeted out, like, describe your channel using 2 emojis. So to be cute, I responded with a bomb and a top hat. I'd rather not tell you guys what all the responses to my post were. Of 2 specific emojis. All I can say is, those people are part of the problem. I always find it weird how Moto Moto was like a thing years ago, because I remember seeing that dumbass image and thinking, huh, neat. So for it to suddenly resurface, it's just like weird to me. Good to know she likes me though. Oh man, they're really gonna... I think it leaves my range. Got it. I really want that. I don't need a GoFundMe. Thank you. Wonder what that feels like. God, I wish that were me.
Good. Finally made it. Now, about phone here. Does it still work?
You look like an emo frog. Better than chipmunk. Or hamster.
So, think you can make it all the way here?
Duh. Who do you think you're talking to?
I love slapstick. Favorite meme this year? I'll be honest, Elon Musk laughing at a dead deer is a pretty good contender. I want to say the first half of the Shaggy meme, not the second half. The first half of that was pretty choice. Not the rest of it. Yeah, you ain't gonna give me to run to the bus when there's collectibles. By second half, I just mean the second half of the meme, like the second part of the month. You know what I mean? Like of its life cycle. I don't care if it's popular. It was popular during the first half. That wasn't what made it unfunny. It was just like, just became a Ugandan Knuckles situation. It just became too pragmatic. Any meme that goes... The only meme that can survive past, like, a week and a half of length, and this is a true statement. It's Steam Tams. Steam Tams is the only meme that can survive longer than that. Fact. Some say that meme is still alive. I don't know what that message was. You did it, like, through Streamlabs, so I can't... Hold on. How dare you give me money? Oh, you shared old school rune... What? I don't think that shows. I straight up told you that you can't... Hold on. Hold on, I'll play it for you since it wouldn't play. You can't even hear it. You proud of that, punk ass? The $5 you spent? You shouldn't be. Be ashamed. I'm saving the money. Drake yes no meme is just as alive? Maybe, but people definitely try to replace it often. Like, that's more of a template meme. It's not... I don't know, you could... It's replaceable. Thanks, guy. I haven't browsed TF2G since 2014. So, no. Reddit. Well, I forgot my password to Reddit, so I haven't even really used that either. Why is she wearing a small shirt in a wasteland like this? Do you see the amount of, like, lava in the distance? Or whatever that is, blood? It's warm. Lunchbox mixtape 2? Sure, at 2 million YouTube subs.
Think it's good to be king, huh?
But you gotta make it happen.
Not for much longer.
It's a reasonable goal.
Hey, douchebag.
There was a comment on my last video of like, why doesn't this guy have 1 million subs? And then someone replied, I wouldn't trust him with that kind of power.
Dried up Dante's
So,
jerky? Nothing?
I don't know how I feel about that.
To die.
He talks. Your reason, huh? I bet your parents didn't like you much. Cause your name sucks.
I'm still fucking doing this with my hair, even with a hat. Do your job.
Am power. Absolute.
Well, no name. I'll be sure to put that on your tombstone.
You
That was funny.
will suffer and die.
I'll show you, deadweight.
Dead weight.
You would so readily throw away your life.
No name from SpongeBob.
Not interested.
I know
in
that
having
guy.
a winning streak. Now I can do it.
There has to be something different this time, right? Maybe a grapple. I feel like I can throw those back at him, but I also don't want to get hit by them, so it's a real conundrum. Has there ever been a depiction of hell that's the opposite of what we come to know as the accurate depiction of hell? They're all like lava and skulls and bones, right? But how many hells are there where it's just like puppies in an open field? But every time you try to run towards the puppies, the field gets a little wider. And no matter how fast you run, you'll never reach the puppies. Where's that hell? I think this is called Limbo. Well, it wasn't a deflect, but I know I can break it now. If I actually hit it, I can break it. Well, I did no damage, so using any cost to get back in would not make too much sense. First death animation. First death of the game. Fact. Yeah, I guess Frieza's hell kind of was. Just hanging from that tree. Do I have to color again? Thought it was cool how Dante wrote Satan's level of hell as ice cold.
So,
Like
think you
icy
can make
hell.
it all the way here?
Duh. Who do you think you're talking to?
Hey, nice hat. Thanks, it's on backwards. Yeah.
Hey.
This boss is kind of fucking dumb. Hey, you're right. You're not wrong. Do I need them? I feel like I have a good assortment. You know, if you want to get noticed, you can just talk and chat. You don't have to explicitly ask to be noticed. Your message is a lot more likely to get read if it's actually meaningful. Which I guess me pointing that out is sort of counterproductive to my point, but hopefully you understand
Think
it.
it's good to be king, huh?
Am I live? What? Was it loud? Holy shit, my microphone's peaking. But that wasn't meant to be a jump scare. My microphone reset its volume. Hold up. Better. Yeah, my computer like crashed, froze, reset, and I guess fucked up all my settings. My microphone started peaking. My camera wasn't working. I had to replug it. Yeah, everything broke. This like randomly appeared on my neck. This day just can't get any weirder. I mean, it should be fixed now, right? We'll see. See if it crashes again. Roll your R. Daryl. Daryl. Molto. The good news is that crash made it so I didn't have to fight the boss. The bad news is I still have to fight the boss.
Yo, you just here to window shop?
Okay. Stuttering? Is it still? Why do I try? It's gone now. Well, that's an upside. Weird. Everything's just weird. I think that Russian guy that left me a voicemail is hacking in.
Think it's good to be king, huh? Not for much longer.
This isn't the final area. It's not like the final boss. This is like the halfway point. Maybe a little past half. Actually, no, a little bit before.
Miss me?
So readily throw away your life.
I couldn't find your stream in my follow
Not
page.
interested in you having a winning
Yeah, that's normal. The internet's trying to erase my presence. It happens. So I don't suppose there's a weak spot I should be looking for. Can't do shit to this. Can't grapple bust it. Nothing. Nothing around I can use. That thing right there is the only thing I can think of, like reflecting the ball. And I can only crush it. This isn't the last boss. But he definitely gives off that aura. I wanted to shoot it. I couldn't shoot it. I'm just trying different things, but nothing's working. I feel like I need to get a clue. There it is. That one definitely went backwards.
Shield of yours, it's done for.
Fuck, that was awful timing. This is fine. Too late? Fuck. It's not worth reviving, but I don't want to fucking walk that distance again. fucking lazy. No. No, it's not getting closer that's the issue. It's that he's literally not doing the one attack I need him to do. He won't throw it. And the times he does, I fuck it up. Also, we've already established that I have horrible depth perception, so the closer I get, the harder my life.
Think it's good to be king, huh? Not for much longer.
I can wail on it? Or is that visible? Is it a visible health bar? Because I don't see any, like, hint that it's doing shit. I mean, I believe that busting this is what I gotta do. It's just so hard to tell.
So much lately.
I've been here, but thank you. That was really convenient how it. Oh fuck! I knew it. Can't, man. There's a reason my dad took me out of baseball when I was 12. I got 3 of them.
Ready to die?
Whatever. I played baseball for like a year and a half and I never hit a ball. The one time I hit a ball, my dad wasn't there. My grandma took him because he had work. Oh, all it takes is that one extra swing and you're stuck. I know that not every enemy has a visible health bar, it's just that it doesn't even seem visible based on hitting the crystal. It does like a little, like, little shake. Really fun. Meant to jump upwards.
You shall regret your existence.
You know what? That kind of helps, so thank you. Oh, not fucking now. Just get closer, Funk. It's a lot easier to get close. I'm trying this my way. Like, he won't do the meteor unless I'm close. But if he's close and does the meteor, I'm fucked.
Almost broken. You ready to get slapped?
He's just not attacking, so I guess thank you. Okay.
Insolence.
Oh, that's like the worst place to get cut.
It's about time I landed something.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Mortal.
Nobody.
Demon power does not course through your veins, yet you try. How dare you strike me?
Do you think there are recreational blood pools in hell? Where you can just go swim?
And human.
Do you think that's what this is? Maybe this is like the recreational pool of hell. And he's the lifeguard. That's why he has such a high seat.
I will give you despair and death. Scatter like dust.
It's Adult Swim, Nero. Time to get out of the pool. It's okay, I can do this with a bar and a half of health. I work best under pressure. Sure. Eight out of 10 teeth. Maybe 7 out of 10. They're covered in blood. Needs to brush. I could see him as a lifeguard. I don't know if that would rot the wood around his body though.
Flesh. Cursed the moment you were brought into this world. Who dares interfere?
It's X. It's 0.
What creature
Anyone from
stands
Mega Man.
against a king?
Is that demon?
It's the final boss from Brawl. Does that count as winning? I'll take C. I'll take C for that. I used a gold orb. That's like a... There's no weighted grade. I think they curved me up. C. It's like high school all over again. Devil May Cry, that's the name of the series.
You could have at least knocked, Morrison.
Yeah, I could have. I got some good news.
What kind
and
of
some
pizza
bad
that
news.
was.
Pick your poison. Which you want to hear first?
I bet Dante does like jalapeno.
Just speak.
Does some weird spicy shit.
Bad news it is. Lady Patty's feathers are all ruffled. See, she wants to invite you to her birthday party, but your phone is disconnected.
You're a smart one, Morrison. You notice the electric and water out too?
I expected nothing less.
So what's the good news?
Oh, I got a gig. Cash up front.
Cash up front. This I
Gig?
like.
Are we
The
talking
water
like
needs turning
band
on and those
practice?
toilets need
Because I've been
flushing.
waiting to see Dante shred again.
Water, gas, and power. Coming out of your cut. You're a real agency now.
Guys, look, it's Dante from Devil May Cry. Crazy how they got the rights to that.
Devil May Cry.
Dante, do you have any idea how many times I've tried to call? Like a zillion. Oh my god, tonight's my birthday party. Yeah, I'm turning 18.
It's interesting how he can't afford water or gas or power, but he can afford eccentric coats and vintage
Okay, Morrison,
telephones
I'll take you up on that gig, but only
and a pretty
if
good
you can
razor.
get me out of that hellish birthday party.
Consider your RSVP declined. Meet your new client. Listener, I'm gonna find
Oh,
Lady
yeah.
and Trish.
Yes.
Bring him in on this.
What? Come on, you don't think I can handle this gig on my own?
It's a big job. Big job, Dante.
Animes can. Is
You're gonna need the help.
So,
that a
What's your
pizza
name?
poster behind him? How much does Dante like pizza?
I have
I've seen like 3 pizza type things in his
I am
house.
but 2 days old.
Really likes DiGiorno's.
Just kidding. You can call me V.
okay, V. Why don't you tell me everything about this job?
B for Vagina Slayer
A powerful demon is about to
XX32.
resurrect, and we need your help, Dante.
Now that's a familiar tune. Do you have any idea how many times I've heard that exact same line?
This is special.
Bisexual.
Special. Okay. So what's so special about this one?
This demon is your reason.
Dude, I can
Your
see what
reason
Dante's
for
going
fighting.
for, but imagine walking into someone's place of business and
This
they just
demon
have
got a
like
name?
clad in dressed girls on their knees just all over the walls with like taped up posters. They're not even in frames, Dante. How are you going to conduct your business? Sure, let's start Genesis. Wait, I'm playing as V? Oh, I've been waiting to play V. I already got quick play. Is there any other cool movement? Enemy step. That trigger hurt. I just need to build my level gauge faster. Rise atop the demonic beast nightmare. Okay. Sure. I still have not listened to the Charlie Bliss song. I've been listening to the Decemberists recently. Getting my fill of indie folk. I don't know my combos, but I'm gonna keep using summons.
What the hell? Shoot.
Did you find it?
Well, I don't know what I found, but, I think I saw some demons dancing.
Well, then I guess we keep going. The devil
Did he actually tattoo a fence around his neck? Oh no, it's just like the top of his tattoo. That's so trashy.
It's coming from the Clyphod's root.
Alright.
Pierce through. At your pleasure. Pin him to the wall. Reap what you sow.
I really appreciate V's inclusion in this game. If nothing else from like a gameplay perspective. I'm thinking I'll probably do a funk study on this game whenever I finish it. Because honestly, they made a lot of good changes from the previous DMC games for the better. Oh, it reset the levels too. There. Alright, shield surf your way down, V. Dude, this is such like a Dark Souls environment. Like, you could literally just add a helmet onto V, and I would believe that this is fully Dark Souls. The decision? The decision? I don't know what that means. Give him your hat. I like this hat. I'll keep it. I want to ride Tony. Where's he at? What's his spawn? Probably should have checked the input. Oh well. Oh god. Alright, I'm just gonna spam everybody.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
It's Draco. Oh, to unban you? Honestly, there hasn't been a set decision on that.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
I'll get back to you by the end of the day. Thanks, Squid. The chain thing is not my ally, sir. You can tell by the fact that I am killing it. My turn. Are we, oh. Prefer Nero's or V's battle theme? Honestly, it's been so long since I've even heard. Actually, no, V. I was thinking Virgil for some reason. Out of those two, honestly, kind of V. I feel like I notice it a lot more in V's, but that might just be because I'm playing like second-hand gameplay. A little bit. Again, my computer crashed, so a lot of my audio levels are still wonky. Do you think V ever listened to My Chemical Romance while crying? I feel like he still does that. Like, that wasn't just his teenage years, he still does it. Panthers not helping. Yeah, I should probably use combos. This will be a while. That's not a combo, but whatever. Fuck it. How old is V? He strikes me as like 19 at most. At most. Well, I never listened to My Chemical Romance Crime, but I listen to a lot of Hollywood Undead, so that's probably like the closest second. And I think we definitely listen to them. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. Man, this V gameplay has you using like every single button on your keyboard. And it's weird because like Nero does that too, but you don't notice it. Maybe I don't, because I button match. I take V as late 20s, but could be ageless. I don't think late 20s. V is not... He's not like 29. He is taking a selfie in the middle of battle. He's like maybe 21. There's no way he has done his taxes independently. You know what I'm saying? He is a dependent. I am but 2 days old. How many of you saw the new Doom movie trailer? I didn't even realize that there was one in production. There's a Doom movie called Doom Annihilation. I think it's a sequel to like the old Doom movie. A live action. If you like Doom, I'm sorry I told you about that. It's gonna ruin your day. And we'll leave it at that. Let me put it this way. Have you guys ever wanted a movie about a crew that's like in a spaceship environment when like demon monsters attack them? How many of you have been dying for like a sci-fi live action movie like that? It's pretty groundbreaking. And I personally can't wait. Doom is one of those franchises where it's a fantastic game, but you just can't make it a movie. There's no way that you can turn Doom into a movie. Even if you, like, followed it closely, it just can't. Maybe because movies are oversaturated with it. Maybe because Doom is too, like, selective of a demographic. Who knows the reason? All I know is it's gonna suck. Have you ever wanted to see Alien Isolation? The worst movie? At this point, the most hello fellow use thing a game dev can do is add a cutscene with the protagonist taking selfies with enemies they're fighting at the time. Oh, I disagree. I think the selfie mode in Nintendo games are the greatest thing ever. Makes Breath of the Wild a whole new game. Cutscenes? No. Honestly, at this point, any movie that doesn't reference Fortnite is A+ in my book. I shouldn't have to say that, but with the amount of times it's happened in the last year, yeah. Wind Waker had like the Picto box. Yeah. HD. Haven't gone to the movies in a while. I was thinking of seeing Captain Marvel just like on a whim, but it doesn't really sound up my alley. I was pretty indifferent to Wonder Woman. So Captain Marvel, I don't think it's for me. My family got like pissed at me because I said that when we were at a dinner. They're all like, yeah, I heard Captain Marvel is like really cliche. And everyone was agreeing, so I went, yeah, I sort of felt the same way about the ending to Wonder Woman. And I kid you not, like 8 people sitting around me, everyone just turned and looked at me. Like I just disowned myself from their family. Imagine caring about movies. Imagine being a cinemaphile. You know what? Panther's dead. Tony's coming out. Harry. Oh fuck, he's so far away. You know, even this finishing off part gives me Doom vibes. Yes, this is jazz music. Where? Get off of him. Can't get off of him. Predictable but enjoyable. Yeah, but is that really the standard we're gonna set for every modern movie? Predictable but enjoyable? Like, at what point do you just not buy the ticket? I feel like for me, that's the point. Because that's how we got to this point. Lego Movie 2, predictable but enjoyable. Okay, well. Maybe don't avoid criticism. Wow, spoiler, Spy Wagon. I was waiting to not watch it, and you've ruined that for me. The first Lego Movie was great because it was the first and not the second. The second wasn't even bad. It was just like all of their best material was used in the first, you know.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But the past is irreplaceable.
And now I don't have to watch it. But we're getting towards that weird part of the year where there's not really that many good movies coming out. Because it's like not summer, but it's also not fall. It's weird. You kind of have to have low expectations in the first place. We're on like the tail end of winter. So there's like the occasional movie. Oh yeah, the Sonic movie's coming out. How soon is it? I thought it was like May. Oh fuck. November? Well, That's vacation days. That's not soon. We're in March though, you know that? There's a Sonic movie? Question mark? Oh no. He doesn't know. You poor thing, just do yourself a favor and stay off Twitter for the next year. Then I fall animation. Can we really call a masterpiece film? I feel like that's underselling. The fact that the designer of Sonic came out and straight up said, like, it's sad they don't understand how important head-to-body ratio is. It's not a good sign. For the record, the Doom, and I think id Tech as well, basically talked about the Doom movie the same way Sonic's designer talked about the new Sonic. They're like, ain't got nothing to do with that. Hands off. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, you know, always a good sign. You know, at this rate, with how fans make better Sonic games, it's a matter of time before someone makes a better Sonic movie. Unless you count that one with the kid in the suit in the open field, in which case it's already been done. In that scenario, why even try to make an official movie? They've already lost. I feel like the Sonic movie is just a big meme. No, memes are actually funny. That's not true. Completely.
You think Dante's dead? Quite possibly. He has no reason to keep Dante alive.
What the fuck? Okay. Invisible wall. Okay. I guess I had to get it from there. Damn it. Wait, if I spawned him and jumped on his back could I, like, jerry-rig a solution here? Fuck, almost. I gotta be a little closer.
Now it begins.
He moves so slow, it's hard to set up. No, I still can't? You gotta be fucking kidding me! Okay. Wow, I think it's invisible wall. I can't go back there. Alright, that works for me.
It's your turn.
Look at me, using my brain. This is new. Really? We're gonna play this fucking game? What happened to the FNAF movie? I was hoping that everyone forgot about it and we just would never hear about it again. Someone name a good recent horror movie. You mean strictly horror, or do we count thriller? Honestly, even then, there's really not one to choose. Which is sad. I like scary movies. Perfect Blue. Haven't seen it. Mario movie? Oh yeah, there's a Mario movie, isn't there? How is that even a question? You know Nintendo is gonna at least... Nintendo, you know them, they play it safe, right? So if anything, you'll get like a lukewarm movie. It won't be bad, it just won't be memorable. Unless you mean the old Mario movie, in which case nothing can beat that. Favorite web series? FUNKe TV, obviously. What do you mean by web series? Just any show that's online? I'm a big fan of Brain Dump. Control-Alt-Delete, obviously. Masterful webcomic. Stream stutter. I think my computer might be overheating. I touch my fan. That might be what crashed. Maybe like overheated. I think stream is fine. Okay. Just one guy, then it might not be there. That's fine. It's Austin. I made that video. You know what talking about web series reminds me of? There was some Dragon Ball web series someone made. This was before Super. That was supposed to be like a continuation of Dragon Ball. And it got a bunch of traction. And then Super was announced, and I just felt awful for that creator. Because they spent like hundreds of hours animating something alone. AF? I don't remember what the tagline was. But I think AF was it. There was a couple of them. A handful of them got pretty far. $3,600 style points. Gee whiz, I must be pretty stylish then. That is backtracking. I'm trying to get friends to watch your stream. What should I tell them? You should. So get a plastic bag. Get your dog to shit in it, and then every day that they don't watch, you light it on fire. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna try a different strategy. Put that one on the back end. Maybe just don't push it on. It's okay if they don't want to. Oh great, I gotta fight these as V. Bring them over here. Playing V is exactly why I stopped playing RuneScape when summoning was added. It's too much. Too much going on. Should have been sailing, damn it. I've seen Infinity Train. I saw that it got greenlit too. Nice. Seems like one of those shows that has the potential, and it'll get shafted by Cartoon Network. Actually, was it Netflix that picked them up? There were 2 shows picked up, so I forget which is who. I hope it wasn't Cartoon Network, because they're gonna fuck that show over. Greenlit and never heard from again. I mean, I would assume it's just like deep in development, but again, I do worry. I should probably finish them off. Be a good idea. Listen, they go from like black to a dark purple. It's not immediately obvious. I'm gonna use all my abilities on the crow because I don't want to spawn big boy. Uses up too much. Fuck it. Oh, that's awesome. He comes in a pod? Never noticed that. PS2 is worst? Relative to what? You can't just make a blanket statement like PS2 is worst. PS2 wasn't even worse. Have you ever seen a PS Vita? I'm gonna say 3, but the Vita definitely takes a cake. I saw a meme where someone was... It was like a news article where it's like, we've officially cracked Vita emulation. And someone was like, we did it, boys. We can finally play all those Vita exclusive games on PC. All the wasted years. Am I gonna cop the Rockabye Baby Lullaby renditions of Weezer? I have that saved on Spotify. It seemed... I think I used it on stream once way back. We'll see.
Hey, look, V.
Gotta rep him with money.
See if it still works.
The original creators of Avatar are working on the live action. So while I'm still not looking, you know, I'm not expecting much. Wait, what am I doing? Oh. I think it, I don't know. I nobody asked for it, honestly. Like, if you want my legitimate opinion, nobody asked for it. The only upside that I see is that will open the door between Nickelodeon and Netflix, and maybe that will lead to something more interesting. Whether that's an animated Avatar sequel or something else that's worth it, that would be nice. But the live action Avatar itself, we'll see. When I got the harmonica holder, the first song I learned was Michael and Carly. I have to buy a bunch of other harmonicas for different keys. Because right now, I pretty much have to transpose every song into C just to use my harmonica.
There's no such thing as too prepared.
I'll be honest, I don't use my abilities that much, so I'm just gonna throw it into orbs that I know I'll actually use. It'll go a lot further for me that way. Yeah, I mean, this game kind of has cringe dialogue, but it's in an endearing way, you know? It's in sort of a so bad it's good. That's the way I like to view it. I meant to jump.
Aw, you miss your mommy? You need a hug?
Cute. A group of 7 keys? Oh, that'd be nice. I definitely need a handful more. Dislikes the dialogue? Charlie does. See, it's undoubtedly cringy in that it's like takes itself super seriously. Can't go that way. It's meme. But for me, at least so far, I don't know, it doesn't like take away from the game for me. It's like stupid, but in a stupid way I can kind of just shrug it off right now. It's not really something I'd seek out though. So I guess I have to go the other way. I got turned around for a second.
Presence. It's the Devil Sword Sparta. No doubt about it.
Sure.
Whoa, this is some kind of ritual shindig, isn't it? You guys got the day's fever for Sparta, don't you?
Reminds me of that scene in Nier Automata where there's a bunch of robots just fucking in the valley. Only this is a bit more bloody.
You know you're endless worshipping,
But just a little.
making the Sparta any happier.
Welcome to EB Games. It's got a long neck. And giraffe somewhere in V's lineage. He looks like that kid that has the super slim neck.
Its mask changed, gouge it. That's the tactic. I'll be sure to watch out for that.
V, jump in the air and put your hand up if you like Fortnite. You won't do it. There we are.
It's my turn to play with the Devil Sword.
Oh shit. I think he's got normal human bones. A pile driver would probably knock him out. Do we know the runtime on the Sonic movie? Please tell me it's at least 2 hours. I would watch a 5-hour Sonic movie. I'd come out of it brainwashed, but I'd watch it. There's something about like a car crash in slow motion you can't look away from. And Sonic's life is pretty much that. A car crash in slow motion. Okay. There been a movie longer than 24 hours? Technically, if you count a Twitch stream as a form of film, which nobody would, but if you were to, because it's a filmed thing, then technically, yes. Let's see. Not really worth it. They're just mobs, though. No.
I need power.
I need the Chaos Emeralds. Pay to win streamer. Microtransactions his way to the end.
Hey, look, V. A phone. Check and see if it still works.
This presence.
There's a movie that lasts a week. Some guy shot it,
No doubt about
and now showing it in France. Okay, but is it actually a produced film that's a week long, or is it just like time-lapse footage of him holding a camera? You know, there's a difference. I'm curious what like the longest produced film is, like legitimate scripting and filming.
back. You know your endless worshipping isn't making Sparta any.
Will you ever take up my TV show recommendation? Oh yeah, Pin Tweaks. That show. One day. I'm trying to like hide my controller to minimize the sound, but there's only so much I can do.
That's your tactic.
The longest song you've listened to fully? I mean, I've listened to... You mean like... So the Decemberists have a track that's 12.5 minutes long, and I actually listened to the full thing and I enjoyed it. I added it to my own playlist. That's how much I enjoyed it. But I've listened to like 30-minute songs. If you count... what is it? Nonagon Infinity. Technically, I've listened to an album an infinite amount of times. No Pink Floyd. Their album, they more so made it infinitely rotating because it, I don't know, it's not as like intentional as King Gizzard did it. I mean, I guess it is. Sure. Pink Floyd too. It just doesn't have infinite in the title. The glow part won by the microphones. Yeah, well, I mean, microphones in Mount Erie have some great long tracks, but they're also usually a lot less energetic. I've noticed that most long songs tend to have to fall into like a hard rock mode at some point. They don't have to, but it helps keep the energy up. I have a couple tracks in my playlist that are like long. I'm usually not a fan of a song. If your song goes over like 3.5 minutes, then it better be good for me. Like that. Like at 3.5, if I'm not enjoying it, I'll turn it off, you know? But if I'm enjoying it at 3.5, then I'll go as long as you want me to. There's approximately 700 miles. It's a song that I think is 10 minutes long. Whenever I'm on a plane, I usually listen to that. Just because it's a nice song. Red Vox put out Stranded, which is like 9 minutes. Which I really liked as well. I think if we're talking about long songs, then you have to give a spot to Only in Dreams. Like, it's not even fair to not mention it. Ever listened to Head On / Pill by Gizzard? It's 16 minutes. I don't think I have. See if maybe that beats out the Decemberists for my longest favorite song. A lot of metal songs go on much longer. Not even metal, just like the more gritty a song, I've found the longer artists are willing to go with it. Which I'm fine with. I can appreciate it. Oh, I gotta stand by him. Could be tricky. Roundabout is 13 minutes? Is it? The version of Roundabout I have is like 8 minutes. Fenia is longer than any Pink Floyd album, and it is insanely conceptual. Well, I was referring more to the concept of an infinite song, but I guess if you want to get into that discussion, it's a whole separate thing. I know Pink Floyd, but I don't like know Pink Floyd, you know? I don't know Pink Floyd like I do Weezer or Ozma. Later Terminator. King Gizzard has a lot of long ones. Her and I, Slow Jam is like an 8-minute song. I like that. King Gizzard can pull off long songs pretty well at times. It helps they have a pretty, like, experimental sound. Why am I getting a... Am I getting a call? He's... Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I'm streaming. What's up?
Oh, your voice. Okay, I just need to test my voice chat because I want. All right, thanks, Justin.
All right, anytime. Okay. Her and I is a slow but long song by King Gizzard I like. But I don't know all of theirs. These are my friends, man. They will call me to test their microphone. Wheel of Time by Blind Guardian. That I do not know. I've mentioned it before, but Jeff Mangum, the head dude of Neutral Milk Hotel, he released in like a solo song that's 33 minutes long, and it's nothing but like ambient instruments from like like a random African tribe or something. Just like a total foreign song that's 33 minutes long, and it's so confusing. Like, if you ever... It's what I imagine ayahuasca sounds like. That's the best way I can describe it. Being used. Bulgarian. Field Recording Volume 1. It's a Bulgarian instrumental track. Musicians are weird, man. They're just weird people. They're infinitely spawning unless you kill them all? No. Fuck me. That would explain a lot, actually. Let's finish this off now, then. Really? I think I got it. My friend thinks it's weird I know you on the internet, and my hat is weird. It's 2019. Get with it. I got friends in Australia. Mostly because there are many nights where I'm up at 4 a.m. and Australians are the only ones I can talk to. But my point stands. That's still weird, bro. To each their own, man. It's not often a sword that I think is alive and has likely been used as a dildo at one point. But that sword definitely falls under that. Dad's sword. I get that reference.
It seems this sword is still too strong for me.
So close, though. So close. You got a lot of heart, kid. You really do. But you're a bit of a sissy in the strength department.
Damn.
Oh, hey. No offense, you know.
That kid Nero. He has the strength.
Crow is the only thing that's ribbing me right now.
It speaks.
Do you think you can eat that sword? Like, would there be nutritional value that you could derive from the consumption of that blade? In theory, of course. I would never try. It's just, it's clearly fleshy. Like an edible straw, but with a sword. Demon statues copping a feel of Dante.
I don't even have the words. He's alive. He's alive.
The devil's sword was concealing Dante's presence.
Earth went into tingle mode for a second.
Friggin' guy have so much luck, huh? V. No. Get a grip on yourself now. Come on.
If only you could defeat Urizen. If only. No.
V. No.
If only you never.
Don't you get like slathered barbecue sauce on the sword? Grilled it up like 16 minutes? Maybe not 16, like 8 minutes. I think it'd make a good meal. You wouldn't even have to cut it up. Comes pre-sliced. I can't believe Dante from Devil May Cry is dead.
Come here. You need to hide, Dante. No matter what happens, you mustn't leave.
We've gone from a Nier Automata level to a Dark Souls level to now what I assume is a Resident Evil level.
Listen to me. Be a big boy, a man, huh?
There was a Metal Gear Rising level at the start too.
If I don't
There was a Left 4 Dead level. It was like the mall.
You must run. By yourself, alone. You must change your name. Forget your past and start a new life. As someone else. A new beginning.
Based on the fact that she called him Dante, something tells me he failed. Damn. Dante's mom's a MILF. Good day.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna shish kebab me.
I know how stubborn you can be. I thought it might be the only way to wake you.
What day is it?
The 15th of June.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
Thanks, Mario.
No wonder I'm so
I mean,
stiff.
Mine Turtle.
Right, sunshine. Now put a fire under it. We gotta get going because that annoying pimple Nero is making a beeline for
Yeah,
you.
he went by Tony Redgrave for a while.
Hey, this is my gig. Leave Nero out of this.
Sure.
If you could defeat Urizen, then I never would have dreamed of using that child.
Exclusive Mario milk.
Urizen
I saw that.
is much stronger than we ever could have imagined.
Yeah, I'm just getting like 6 cutscenes in a row, ain't I? Lucky day.
Oh, it stinks in here.
I know. It smells like hot garbage.
Smells like Twitch chat.
This is far worse than I thought.
There's no crime in turning tail, V. These things might be a little too much for you.
You're right. I'll leave the rest to you.
This is like the type of group you would see walking out of a Hot Topic at 4 p.m.
One must always have an insurance policy.
I think I've seen them
Who was
walking
that guy? Can't
to
believe
Hot
he just
Topic at the
ran.
mall one time.
No one special? Come on. Let's go clean up this garbage.
First come, first serve on the targets, right?
Music to my ears. Hurry up, Dante.
These look like those loser
get to
kids
see it with my
everyone
own
doesn't
eyes.
like at school that still wouldn't let me into their
Really is
group
you.
because even they didn't like me. You real? Alright. Balrog.
That guy really do this?
Dante, you're a little late to the party here, bud. Everything's kind of gone down. Nephew almost died. Long story. So, does the game just become like Dante's harem adventure? Because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting at this point. He has 3 hot chicks with him on his journey. Trish, the other girl, and V. 3 beautiful women. I'm jealous. Man, I played DMC 3. I know how to do this. It's almost redundant that I've decided to start reading the tutorial, and I'm doing it on Dante, a character I've played so many times, I already know all of his controls. At least I'm learning. V looks like the kind of dude that would enjoy pegging. Just an observation. Suitcase? See no suitcase. More power to V. I'm happy for him. Just saying. He looks like the type of dude to star in a band named The Loaded Diaper. Looks like the kind of Guy that has problems with his dad for no good reason. Just argues with his dad all day. While playing really shitty prog rock in his garage. Oh man, there's so much more to upgrade for him. What did I always use? Swordmaster? Is it really worth upgrading Swordmaster again? I want to try and use, like, Gunslinger. Good enough. You're a fucking idiot. Cows. Not cows. You can't afford shaving cream. Give him a break. Dante is the type of dude where when he was 10 he would like stick his hand into the sink and turn on the shredder. What's a garbage disposal? Let's find out. Okay, American. You don't have a garbage disposal in Europe? Had to make room for the bidet in your kitchen? Yeah, I know how it is. It's actually bidet? Okay. Vacuum cleaners are weird. I didn't realize there was that much of a discrepancy of vacuum cleaners between countries. I didn't think that was like a power outlet where everyone does it differently. They all suck air. How different can you change the patent on that? Why are there so many shitty anime hack and slashes lately? There was a Little Witch Academy game, then there's the 7 Deadly Sins, now Jump Force and One Piece 2. Is Jump Force a hack and slash? I figured that was just like a one-on-one fighting game. I guess I haven't played it. It's because Japan has like a thing for hack and slash games. But the problem is that they don't fundamentally understand what makes a hack and slash good. So a lot of them end up being trash. Mostly because higher-ups in the company don't care about quality and they just want it out on a deadline. I mean, you can pretty much blame everything on deadlines and oversaturation. Yeah, I mean, technically I'm playing one right now, so... more evidence for the pile, I suppose. I mean, would you rather have more... battle royales? I think I can handle a shitty hack and slash.
Oh, man. Well, that option's off the table. Still, there's gotta be another route.
What about a battle royale hack and slash? I did it. I cracked the code. I saw the Master Chief mod. It's pretty great. With the tagline, Master Chief hates anime. Oh, you gotta download it. Okay, but Nier Automata, Bayonetta, DMC, and Rising are all fantastic shooters, or hack and slashes. Which I would presume was your point. In which case I agree with you wholly. And you know what? Astral Chain, it looks sort of like cliche in par for the course, but fuck it. I'm excited for it. Maybe not excited, I'm looking forward to it. I got a soft spot. I mean, they're just like... I feel like these sorts of hack and slash games are almost an in-between between like an open world game and a linear one. Like Nier Automata, I guess like it differs. Like Rising was pretty linear, but Nier Automata was more or less an open world game, and it was a fun one. You know, even if there wasn't that much to do throughout the city that you would explore, I still enjoyed traveling. I enjoyed seeing the sights. For me, that was a fun relaxation game. Nier was very open. Try the fist weapons. I just never do good with them. But I'll humor it. I will say, like, Automata had a lot of closed-off fighting sections, but they felt less tedious than a lot of the hack-and-slash games. I'm not a big fan of the whole lock you in a room until you kill everything, and a lot of them you kill the same way, it's sort of a formula. But a good hack-and-slash, first of all, it won't keep you in the room too often. I think what Nier Automata did a lot is it would do, like, waves of different enemies. And they felt quick fire. It didn't feel like you got caught up fighting certain enemies too long. I definitely still feel that sometimes in DMC, even this one. Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it. The combat was good, but everything almost died too quickly. You know, really utilizing its combat to its fullest was sort of unnecessary. Until, like, that counter-argument, a game like Devil May Cry gives you a lot more reason to rely on using your combos and all that, because otherwise you're going to be here a while. I love the running bugs. Oh great, I used to follow my devil trigger. Fine. I also feel like Nier Automata had some of the best scenery of hack and slashes. Walking on that bridge to meet Pascal. The big city, whatever it is, like the Disney World area. Running around on top of the roofs and all that. It was just visually pleasing. It did have a lot of weapons, but to be honest, I never really found myself experimenting too far with the combo or weapon system in that game. You know, I kind of picked a handful of weapons I knew I liked and I stuck with them. And that worked for me. Have you been to Wet and Wild? I have not. I don't know what it is, but as I've gotten older, I've found myself getting less wet and less wild. Concurrently. It's too inconvenient. This is backtracking. Like, I would much rather go on an average roller coaster than, like, go to a great water park. You know what I mean? That's just my preference. I don't like taking my shirt off in public.
Oh, man. They're already here. These ladies work fast.
The cat girl from Blast Blue is the daughter of Nine the human, and Juby, who is just a cat, not a cat person, just a cat meaning 9. You can leave. Third nipple anxiety. Nah, it's not that, it's the Australia birthmark on my back. It's not exactly Australia, but it's close enough. Also, I just like roller coasters more. Good enough. Trying to start a combo. I don't actually care about taking my shirt off. I will show people my nipple and birthmark any time of the day. Well, because they're barely even noticeable. My point was just a good theme park or a good like amusement park is always preferable for me. Don't do it. This is what an air hike would be useful for right now. Wow, this is tedious. I don't know. We just have to like hit them? Do I have to parry them when they come up? Good enough. Thanks. Sifted? Yeah. As I get older, it's a lot easier for me to like pick out the songs that I know stick with me. So means we have similar tastes. Are you comfortable sitting like that? What do you mean? I got my leg crossed. If you must know, I'd be more comfortable sitting crisscross but my chair doesn't fully allow it. So I have to compromise. A red bag. A red flying trash bag. I'll have a hand to grapple. God, I wish that were me. I feel like if Dante was ever gonna get into Smash, we would have learned by now. Nintendo would have done it before DMC5 was released. But it's still possible they would do it after, I suppose. If anything, maybe they could, like... I don't know. I was gonna say maybe they would gauge the sales on it, but as far as I'm aware, Nintendo adds people based on whether they fit in the Smash and not whether or not they, like, are known. Like, super popular. There's a reason Incineroar got in over Decidueye. Fuck pistols. Ew. The walls are alive? Well, there we go. Oh, that's weird. Close. The air hike would make my life 1,000 times easier right now. I feel like I'm trying to climb a mountain in Skyrim. Ew. Fuck. I need that. I played a lot of DMC. There's definitely still a lot I need to learn though, because I played through those ones pretty much cheesing my way through it. Finding like one array of attacks that works and spamming it. I've not played DMC2. All I've been told is that it really doesn't bring anything that you need to see. It's pretty like you don't need to know what happened. You have an old game you know is bad but still really enjoy. Can't say it. Can't say it. That would be mean. I don't know. Pretty much any Sonic game. Any Sonic adventure game. I mean, that's always my go-to, honestly. Alright, I'll use the fists. This poor dude. Dante is doing the literal equivalent of kicking a man while he's down. Excessive. Oh, jeez. Can I get the double SS? No. Can't. Who gets one sentence in the history of DMC video? Holy shit, that's so sad. But hilarious too. I need air hike. There's too many times where it would have helped. Problem is now I can't afford anything else. Updraft? High flying flip kick that launches enemies upwards. Okay. Could use that. Glad the hat returned. It's always here in spirit, but right now it's here in presence. Alright, let me try that kick. That is not a flying flip kick. I'm feeling it. This is like a ragdoll. Like when you pick up a prop in Gmod and toss it.
Well, well. O king of stench and filth. I'm impressed. Those are two of the most badass women in the world. And I only know one other guy who can defeat them. Jackpot.
Dante.
I tell you, it's like looking into a mirror from Nero. The same people. Say the same sassy ass shit. You can sing. Do you know any songs? Let's see. Baby Shark. You know the rest. A hit? Oh no. Dante's dead. counted you fight this boss 5 times. That's usually the mark of a great boss. In my case, it was about 6, because I died. VOD down, boys. I feel like the missions in length have slowed down a lot. Like, I just flew through 8 missions before, but now cutscenes are so long. The next 8 are going to take 8 hours.
Useless.
Get around here! This is a bad move! Go! You're just dead weight! That bastard called me dead weight! I didn't come all this way.
Dude, they make you like mentally stitch this timeline together. Tell me Dante dies. Dante, death scene, death scene. Nira's in the background. I'm gonna go Super Saiyan Blanco. Or that. That too. Here. Tentacle time. When my mom says I can't have dessert after 9, that's what it feels like.
I have plans for
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh I was trying to pause it. Oh no. I wonder what those plans were. We'll never know. Never know what those plans were. When moving left or right during welter move, press Y. What is a welter move? Blow mode in welter move. Hold Y with fist. Dude, Dante would make a great choreography teacher. No, I already knew about the practice arena, I just hadn't tried it. I knew that you could try them. It's just, I don't understand what it wants me to do, so my little baby brain doesn't get much help from it. I think I get it now. I don't use the fist, so I wasn't familiar with that mode. I don't want to use the sword for the playthrough. Try it different. Dante's current facial hair in this game is what I grow after a year and a half of trying. Like pretty much exactly. No, his is less patchy than mine. So it's better.
Looks like I overslept. Time for a warm-up.
I'd say this is my favorite DMC out of all of them. But that's if partially because the other 4 have very jarring problems that this game immediately got rid of. The camera angle, the actual variety in gameplay, and reason to have multiple characters just feels a bit more fluid, too. So the combat wasn't, like, bad before. Game looks fun, but I already spent like 600 this week. I feel you, man. I had to lock down like my hotel and flight for PAX. So buying this game too was like, savings be damned. Dante's really rocking that Endeavor look. Baby shark. Diverted traffic. I can see why. Bob and weed. Bob and weed.
I'm fishing for Bowser's cock.
It's green. What do you think Dante keeps all his ammo? I never see him reload. It's almost like it teleports into the gun. I watch One Piece. Who doesn't? Who didn't, I should say. Hard to keep up. Like Reaper. I feel like One Piece is iconic enough that even if you don't watch it, you kind of know who the crew is.
Like my city's lively.
Like if you see Usopp or Zoro, then you're gonna be like, oh, the One Piece guys.
What a pain in the ass. Just gotta take it down.
Usopp is a god. Usopp is god. Auto combo system? Not that I'm aware of, but maybe I'm wrong. Out of here. Trying to take my time. Is Pokemon longer than One Piece? I think One Piece is the longest running manga, if you want to get technical. But whereas the Pokemon manga is separate from the anime. In terms of actual anime series, I still think One Piece... I think One Piece might have more episodes, but it's not the longest running. 'Cause there's a difference. Ippo is? Stand corrected. One Piece has the award for something. Whatever it is. Pokemon's above in episodes. I mean, honestly, it makes sense. With a franchise like that. How can we not? You know what I mean when I say the Pokemon manga, the primary one. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the creator of the Pokemon game said the manga was closer to what Pokemon is supposed to be than what the anime was. And the manga wasn't like... People hear a lot about how like, oh, Pokemon like die and get cut up in the manga, but it's not like super adult. It's actually pretty... From what I've read of it, I've only read a few volumes. It was pretty like... all ages. Definitely more like the Japanese kid audience than the American. Because Japanese kids will see like a snake cut in half and not really think twice about it. Whereas, you know, parents would flip their shit in America if they knew their precious baby was seeing something like that. Japanese kids got some spine. Well, I think it's just like there's a misconception where in America we kind of ascertain that if you teach kids about like yucky adult stuff early on, they're not going to understand and it's going to fuck with them. The kids are like smarter than everyone gives them credit, and they can kind of understand that what they're reading is just like a cartoon. So in Japan, they sort of understand that more. And they aren't afraid to put more adult stuff into their kids' programs. That's why you get a lot of like innuendos and sex jokes and stuff like that. It's a different culture. God, I wish I lived in Japan. Just surrounded by anime girls. Or maybe not. Yeah, if a Japanese kid can watch Berserk, I think he can handle Arbok cut in half. I have to go up there. Saw like the item and thought I was backtracking, but it's just a different door. My favorite part of shit like 4Kids wasn't the dialogue they changed, it was the things they tried to visually edit in. There was one point, I can't even remember what it was, there was like a cheese wheel or some shit rolling down a hill in Pokemon, and they changed it to a club sandwich. I guess American kids don't know the difference. They wouldn't understand. It's still canon in my head that Sanji sucks on lollipops. Yeah, I would love to have seen JoJo come out in the time of 4Kids. Dio, I'm going to love punch you. They'd probably do it the same way they did Yu-Gi-Oh! The Shadow Realm. They would give Dio, like, a loving quality. Dio throws paper stars. He would throw, like, paper airplanes. Also, they would make Jotaro 19 instead of 17. Because they don't want an underage kid getting beat up. But a 19-year-old getting beat up, that's alright. Sure. Hell Judeca. Dude, he's got fat neck. I want to see him and V make a mixtape about their necks. Like those other two guys did. You know what this area looks like? The beginning to DNC 1. Right outside the Devil May Cry headquarters, there's like an identical city wreckage. JoJo worth getting into? It seems intimidating to start. You gotta make your own decision on that. Don't let people overhype it, and don't let people overshit on it. It is enjoyable if... I don't know, it's enjoyable. I think honestly anybody can get into JoJo, they just need to get into it, not thinking, you know, oh boy, I want to watch Punching Ghosts. You have to just go into part 1, you know, with an open mind. Because every season of it is so different from the last. Even when stands are introduced, every season is so different that you just have to be like open to that. That's fucked up content. It's not even effective, it's just fun. Do you think we'll ever domesticate bats to the point that they're as popular as, like, say, a ferret or a cat? They'll never be at dog level. Probably never be at cat level. But I would love to see a day where we have bats. Just, it's a normal pet, same as like a bird. Nah, they ugly. Have you ever seen a bat? They're cute. A lot of people say they're like flying dogs. It's not completely true, but they sort of have the snout. Bats get a bad rap because of like Halloween and shit, but they're actually pretty sweet. Bats are ugly. They're fucking ugly, but I'll let you hear. We got against bats. And another thing, you're ugly. I'm not as ugly as a bat. I don't think you are the one that gets to judge that. Long enough. Gotta look the other way. I didn't realize this was a permanent. spiders crawl into your mouth at night? That's a common misconception. There's a belief that you eat 8 spiders a year because they crawl into your mouth, but that's not true. There's no evidence to support that claim. It's just it's like an urban myth because, oh, spiders like warm places and the mouth is warm. I would believe that at least 8 spiders crawl on you in your sleep throughout the year. Probably walk over you, but they don't fucking go into your mouth. They have like 1,000 other places that they would prefer to be than in your fucking mouth. Spiders are like girls. They don't want to be anywhere near your body. What about ears? What would make them go there over the mouth? It's more about whether they go into any of your crevices. Again, I'm not saying there's not a couple spiders that get sucked up by you sleeping every now and then, but it's not as common, people think.
Oh, they're just gonna let me through. Boy, wouldn't that be the day.
Spiders. Girls are like spiders. I destroy their house and ruin their lives. Ka-chow.
Is it Halloween already?
Oh, that's funny.
That costume looks a little big. I thought you had better taste than that. How about I take it in a little?
Suck up those spiders, boy. Nothing like a spider sickle in the morning to get my blood flowing. We Southerners like to glaze our spiders inside of candy and crunch them up. Tradition every Christmas. Dude, I got fat Perry's. Not anymore. And they're really doing the fucking parry practice on me, aren't they? Dude, I beat the fucking first boss in Dark Souls. You think I can't do this shit? I'm literally just spamming X and it's working. Good. That wasn't... Okay, fuck it, that was a parry. I believe it. Again, completely just spamming X, but if it works, then why stop? I plan on playing Sekiro ASAP. If I can play it day one, I would like to, yeah. Yeah, that probably won't hurt her. It works because I'm playing on easy mode. I'll have you know I'm on slightly above easy.
Whoa, looks like I took in a little too much. You okay?
I've been better.
Classy dialogue.
Dante, that demon is...
Don't even think about it. Just rest. Dante!
Ew, a girl. Ew, gross. I'm Dante, and this is gross. I'm gonna
Take
leave.
care of Trish for me.
I'm out of here. He's fucking dying over here. I left my wheelchair at home. I can't tell if the game is censoring her or if the aliasing is so bad. They just can't see it. Great panning camera. They really try to throw you for a twist there, don't they?
Dante's left.
Yes. And I don't think he can win.
Holy shit, this is so creepy.
What was that demon, V? Where did it come from?
Like how we didn't give her head support or anything, just left her in the middle of the road with a blanket.
My God. What are you then?
It doesn't matter. I'm a shadow of my former self who lost everything.
He said it. He's Shadow. Confirmed.
I will tell you the story of my birth.
And it's way cooler than Dante's. Yeah, where did he get a blanket? We saw him walk there. He did not have a blanket when he arrived. And that is a clean blanket. That's fresh out of the wash blanket. If it was maybe like a dark, like a brown or black blanket, then okay, I believe maybe he found it lying around. But that is a perfectly clean, like, beige blanket. You don't find that shit lying around. You have to search out for that. This is ruining the game for me. Still got an S, though. Been working on our 2-star franchise for years. Beg pardon?
Suffering defeat after defeat.
We're pretty much only afloat because of you, but mind if we cancel the sequels and turn both franchises into shitty gambling machines? I don't see what could go wrong with that. Make sure to overstock the pachinko machine so you're down a profit. Thanks, Manic. Appreciate it.
Dante.
Gee, I wonder who this nasally fuck is. Do it.
That does freeze my...
In order to defeat
With the voice acting.
he could only do one thing with the crumbling feelings.
Just
He needed
freeze.
to separate man from devil with the strength of the Yamato.
What the fuck?
And eventually, the man became a true devil.
Sure. I'm so confuzzled. I feel like in the 2 seconds I was laughing at his squeak, I'd miss
To
some
hold together my crumbling flesh with
some
the
context.
demonic power I have left, but I'm approaching my limit. In separating and regaining my human soul, I've realized the gravity of the crime I've committed. I've realized how important everything was.
So he's
Everything I've thrown away in my pursuit of
that's
power.
why his name is V. Okay.
Is that why you went to find Dante?
Fucking brilliant.
Yes. Foolish. I thought that maybe he could change my... maybe fix... maybe right my wrong. Tell me. Was this fool before you, right?
But why is he so young?
I'm not your mommy, V.
If he's like half of Virgil, and Virgil's
You're a
like
big
fucking 53 or whatever, why is this dude 22?
And you need to see this through.
Wait, it's because he's split in half, so he means it's
Dante's
half his
war.
age. That's why. It all makes sense. No, it still doesn't. I'm still confused. Virgil didn't age in the demon world. Here's my explanation. I've seen reviewers call this game the best kind of fucking stupid ever, and I agree. This is the best kind of stupid. How you doing? I'm doing good. Jumping discharges a blast wave that damages nearby enemies. Oh shit. Yeah, I jump a lot. Should really put something into one of these now. What would be best for the fists? Brickster? I don't think it's gonna be Swordmaster. Wait, I get 2 things for Balrog. I think it would be Swordmaster. That's the only one I see any effect for. I leave for half a stream and you get this far. Do you expect me to be stuck on the same level? Don't answer that. Wait, I can buy the motorcycle as a weapon? I didn't even realize it. That changes everything. I kind of just assumed he had that. With air hike, you can skip half of this mission. How do I do it? Probably further up. Oh, I have it. Oh fuck, I have it. You can split the motorcycle. How do I ride it? There must be a way to ride it. It's just a weapon. That's so fucking stupid. Good workout, I'll tell you that much. I think I'm gonna have to stick with my gloves. That's so dumb. It's not quite as good as like the weird spherical chip thing, but a close second. I'm outie. Okay, I was locked on. You can only do it for a short time. Carried. Oh, I'm in GBJ. stuck. Welcome to Gay Baby Jail. Enjoy your stay. Oh, I have to kill him. I was just gonna leave. I did not finish Bloodborne. I do still plan to, but wasn't really enjoying streaming it. I was enjoying playing it.
You need some blood, huh? Sorry, you wouldn't like mine.
Smug ass smile.
Huh. Fried blood in the gutter here. Guess that explains how the pools down there get filled.
Hmm. It's a fun game. It and the DLC are great. But when I streamed it, you know, I pretty much just closed chat because it wasn't moving. So I'll probably finish it off stream. I do plan on playing Sekiro on stream. But Bloodborne, might just do it on my own. I was reading chat during it, it's just wasn't much to read. Juicy isn't the word that I would just randomly throw out right now, but thank you for putting that into my chat. Sensing that this is going to be one of those missions where you just do a bunch of back-to-back small enclosed areas. I was noticing like the last few missions were very straightforward. You would run through 2 or 3 sections and then you'd be at like a boss fight or a cutscene. But this is a lot more reminiscent of the slower parts where it's all hack and slashing. Which is honestly some of the weaker parts of it, in my opinion. Do this 3 times. I hope the 2 have already done count for something. $19 total bosses? Fuck. I assume you mean Bloodborne. Souls always has a great does a great job of having like boss battles. A mix of bosses and area. There's still a bunch in Dark Souls 3 that I never fought because I didn't even realize they existed. And it makes the New Game Plus all the more worth it. I still have to beat Nameless King and whoever's before him. DMC is 19. I can definitely see it. This game has its fair share. Or I guess this franchise does, rather. That's not how physics work. Why didn't you actually shoot him? You have a gun. You own 2 pistols. Why didn't you just actually shoot him? Furry! Alright, let's fight. It's a wolf with the blade. That means it's Blade Wolf. Oh, you're making me waste my devil trigger. Oh my wow. Damn, I'm trying to stagger him. I'm gonna have to change weapons. The motorcycle is really inefficient for this. Am I fighting a fucking Enderman right now?
Oh, great. Crossroads. Decision.
Crossroads. I reckon one of them's a dead end. It's true, main man. The third boss of Gen 1 Pokemon is an electric type, which means if you start with a Squirtle, you're at a massive disadvantage, and there are very few Pokemon you can catch that can effectively counter it. But they strategically put the Diglett Cave not far from the third gym, and it's accessible before beating it, which means that if you're having trouble beating the third gym, what you do is you go into that cave, and if you wait long enough, normally it's Digletts, but there's actually a level 30 Dug Trio that spawns in the Diglett's cave as well. So instead of having to capture a Diglett and raise it, you can capture that level 30 to 35 Dug Trio and steamroll the third gym. That is why I made that meme. Because it's just a fact. Every Squirtle starter main caught that Dug Trio. I really miss V and his shield surfing right now. Wait, I've been here. I've been here. Did I come from here? So did that just lead? I think I'm supposed to be here. Need to find that Nidhogg. Damn it, I'm getting turned around right now. Okay. Trying to find this. Can I like bust through it?
Need money?
Nope.
What's good, Justin? D?
No, Daph. No is good. Thanks. I mean, say this game is good up until the point you get lost. But to be fair, I think this is the first time that's happened in the game, so already 100 times lower than DMC4. Any school stories? There's this kid that looked like Putin in my English class that came in high on acid. I don't think anyone but me noticed, because I sat next to him. This was high school, like late high school. He was pretty mentally checked out that day. But surprisingly calm. He looked just like Putin. I mean, that kid, like, came into school every day stoned, but talked about that before.
When in doubt, smack it. That's our family motto.
Luigi, who homie stalked me, or homie stalked himself in our match, I ended up playing with him for 3 hours into the AM. It was good practice. We were even. Oh, I get it now. Ew.
Yep. Here comes the blood.
So I know I have to open up the fountains, but I still don't understand where I need to go to do that. I guess this is probably it. I cost my journalism grade in freshman year because I didn't want to present, because I didn't want to look stupid. I was never a fan of presenting. I never really had to do it either. This is what real dinosaurs look like. They could spin like Sonic too. That's what they don't teach you. For the berries. Alright, I hope this is the last tedious lockup section of this map. I wouldn't even mind it if instead of locking you in a room, they just turned it into like a long hallway that you can fight them while running down. But when they lock you in a small circular room, it's just so bleh.